language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Welcome to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Of course, it's your man, Ruben, in the house. Woo, buddy. As always, I got my main man, my cousin, my homes, AG in the house.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Bro, it's been a crazy weekend, man.
How so?
I mean, just the draft and the Lakers losing.
Who lost?
The Lakers lost again.
I was amazed because I hadn't been keeping up, but I thought it would be much more competitive. Because actually, they were favored, weren't they? Weren't they favored?
Yeah.
What happened? The wheels fell off, bro. I
I don't have
mean,
excuses.
huh?
I don't have nothing.
Wow. I heard that today, and I thought this can't be real. I had to check in through 2 or 3 other places.
Yeah. Yeah, we getting smacked.
Wow.
I mean,
Now, it wasn't a
good
sweep,
game.
right?
No,
Y'all
no.
won one game. Won it 1-1 at one point?
Yeah, they're up 3-1 right now.
Wow. And they still in Minnesota?
They go back to LA on Wednesday.
But are they going to get back to LA?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Game
the
5
series
to
isn't
LA.
over yet.
No.
Okay. I was thinking it was 3-1. They still playing. They about to lose. Okay.
I mean, we can win 3 in a row.
Bruh.
That's all I can say.
Bruh. I'm so sorry. I'm
It's
so
okay,
sorry.
man.
I expected more. I really did.
Oh, so did I. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, got to get it done. So, but, man, other than that, you know, you got the draft. You got Shador falling to the 5th round. I mean,
we already know what it is. So, not a lot to talk about. I mean, if you want to uncrack it, we can.
I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, I know why the Giants didn't pick him because, you know, he ain't got the right complexion for protection. So, you know, that's why the Giants didn't pick him. Now, all these other motherfuckers, I mean,
Well, see, he almost can't say that about the Giants because they're going to fall back on we have 2 black quarterbacks already that we signed. They just don't draft quarterbacks.
They don't draft black quarterbacks.
They don't hire head coaches that are black either.
Nope. They're pretty terrible. But I guess the big one's going to be, I mean, he should easily be able to win the starting job in Cleveland. They only got 5 quarterbacks on their roster. I mean, one of them, Joe Flacco.
They had 2. I mean, 1 because Joe Flacco was actually for real. And anybody says he won, I dare you to go back to the tape.
Kenny Pickett's there.
Okay.
I mean,
he couldn't be a backup in Philadelphia, and he didn't have to do anything. So,
I mean, he won a game for him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hey,
and he got a ring. He got a ring. So,
I mean, then you got the massage dude who's pretty much done the NFL.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a matter of him finishing out that horrible ass contract.
Well, you know, actually, since we're talking about NFL, and I asked Lauren this today, and we didn't know, but isn't it funny? Well, it's funny to us that, you know, Justin Tucker's whole situation with the touching and whatnot, him being like Deshaun Watson Jr.
Yeah.
How is that being kept so quiet?
Well, it's not being kept quiet. It's just nobody's talking about it.
Why? Well, that's what I'm saying. Why not? I mean, the only difference in these 2 players is what it is.
You know, if Mo B was here, you know what he would say.
Well, do you blame him?
And I don't disagree.
I'm just saying,
but
bro.
but the other part is he's just a kicker.
No, he's not just a kicker.
Well, I
He's
mean,
he's one of the best kickers in the league and has been
Yeah.
for many years.
Yeah, but he sucked last year too.
Okay, one year.
Hey,
Man, look,
I'm with you.
only thing I'm saying to you is how come he can touch, a massage therapist, have it come out, and then have it disappear, where Deshaun Watson stuff was like, oh my goodness. Now, I do get the number of people that kept coming out and the length of time, but after the NFL went through this with Deshaun Watson, how come this is it's not out there all the time? I found it to be curious. Because after all this Shador stuff was going on, I was just thinking, I was like, wait a minute. How come we're not talking about Justin Tucker? What's going on with that?
Because he white.
Okay, that's all I want you to say.
I mean,
It's okay to say it.
no, I didn't have a problem saying it. But I mean, I just, I thought,
There-
I'm sorry, I thought it was a little bit more obvious. But
Well, I just
yeah.
wanted it to be put on wax because I was about to say it if you weren't going to say it. Because I'm sitting here going, bro, there's only one common denominator here. So
I will say this, though. A lot of the Deshaun Watson crap
mhm.
was because of what he was doing at the time, aka beasting the NFL on a sorry ass team. 2, he was black. And 3, really, man, that whole idiocy of it was just like, wow, thanks for pulling the curtains back. We ain't never heard no shit like this before. Which is true. We ain't never heard no shit like that before. So, like, I get it. I 100% get it. On both ways. So,
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is Robert Kraft got away with it. It was just like jokes. And Justin Tucker, it just disappeared. We're not even talking about it. I mean, no meeting with Goodell, no nothing. And I'm like, okay, understood. Now, along with the Shador, Sanders, wow. Because the Steelers and the Saints in particular, y'all need a quarterback. And the one you chose as far as the Saints go, the one you chose, I'm like, that dude? Really? And actually, the other thing that I was, had to rediscover, and it was happening right before my eyes, but this kid can play because somebody broke down the stats.
who, Shador Sanders?
Yes. And I was like, this was happening right in front of my face. And I was too busy concentrating on how bad the offensive line was. And I just completely forgot that this dude balled out. And I'm like, and the Saints picked who they picked? Bruh. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to sit around here for 30 minutes talking about it either. But since you said it, I wanted to make sure that my opinion was out there on wax.
Yeah.
Because it was the most ridiculous. And the people, and a lot of people that I respected from a journalistic standpoint that have alternate reasons or just don't agree at all. Yeah, I lost a little respect for them. Now they can have their opinion. I'm not saying that that's true, but what I'm saying is a black person with a black person saying certain things about this situation, it really rubs me the wrong way. Especially somebody who's going to come out and say he's not that good, essentially. And we looked at the film. Are you sure? Are you sure you looked at the film? Are you sure, Marcus Spears, you looked at the film? Okay.
Well, I'll say this. I was watching it live on Saturday, and Mel Kiper Jr. about had an aneurysm about the fact that he was there at round 5 and all the other stuff, and they literally had to calm that dude down.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Because Mel Kiper said he was the best quarterback in the draft.
Oh, even above Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was crazy. But, so he was just like the fact that he's here to round 5. Like, Mel Kiper went ape shit. Like, literally. Everything but curse words.
Wow.
And then Louis Riddick was pretty much like, look, man, we agree with you. There's other stuff going on here. And Louis Ring tried not to say it.
Well, the idea that he said anything at all, because he kind of toes the company line a lot. So the idea that he went that far lets you know it was some
Louis
stuff
Riddick?
going on. Yeah,
Oh man, Louis Riddick was also about it, man. He was like, "This is stupid." So he was like, "There's some other shit
Yes.
going on,"
yes, absolutely.
and he said almost everything but collusion.
Well, and then they have to hear their press conference with Stefanski and their GM. It's like they sitting up there like they don't even like the kid, and I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? If you didn't like him, why would you draft him? I mean, they sat up there they looked disappointed that they had to draft him. It's almost like, Haslam came down and said, you're going to draft him. I don't care who you are. I own the team. Draft him. Man, we don't want to draft him. That's what it seemed like. It's like they sat up there and they looked like they hated the fact that they had to draft him. And the reporters were like, well, why do you look that way? Essentially. And they're like, well, it's been a long 24 hours, whatever, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. So, like I said, I don't want to spend 30 minutes on this. It's stupid. But I just really felt like I needed to put some of this on wax. This was the most racist shit I've ever seen. Now, I mean, and the idea that you're going to hide behind everything, but what the truth is like, okay, we're going to put you in your place, coon. This is what we're doing. And we're going to take somebody that's a first round talent, for top 10 pick talent, and we'll get together with all the other 31 teams and not pick you to the 5th round to let you know that you don't run shit here. So I'm like, okay.
So
they Toby'd him.
Well, here's my opinion, very briefly. My opinion is it was, and I voiced it somewhere. I can't remember where I voiced it. Oh, I think I was talking to my brother about it. This is a direct message to Deion Sanders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What you're not going to do is try to take over the NFL in any way, shape, or possible. Because, as far as them drafting him in the 5th round, we also have to remember that they drafted Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round.
That's what, yeah, okay. I understand.
And so when the 5th round came around, if the owner did the pick, claps to that dude, because he understands that, hey man, this Shedeur Sanders is better than any quarterback we got on the roster. No shit to Dillon Gabriel. There's no Kirk Cousins happening today. Shedeur Sanders should win that starting job. There's only one person I would feel like would start, and that would be Joe Flacco.
I agree. But that's only an experience.
Correct. I think what's going to happen is Joe Flacco is going to mentor him, and Shedeur Sanders is going to eventually start. And to me, when I saw that pick, I was like, if I'm a Pittsburgh fan, that absolutely is the worst shit that could have happened. Because now they're going to potentially have to see this dude twice a year.
Absolutely.
And if he's starting by the time they see him, he is going to go out of his way to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, he's going to torch him. He's going to torch him.
He's going to have the best record, the best numbers against Pittsburgh, and fuck everybody else. It's going to be awesome. Now, the other thing I want to say is, I think they need to stop throwing this, well, there are 32 teams who could have picked him. Nah, man. There's 16 teams who could have picked him. Because 16 have good quarterbacks already. And they didn't need a quarterback in any shape, form, or fashion, a.k.a. the Commanders. What does it look like us drafting Shedeur Sanders?
I agree. Because you got 2 starters on your team.
Same thing with Dallas.
Yeah.
They ain't drafting him. We got Dak Prescott, man. I didn't like when they were saying that. It was 32 teams. Nah, motherfucker. Let's try 16. Even Detroit with Jared Goff's sorry ass could have picked him, and nobody would have been like whatever about it. But there's 16 teams who got a quarterback, and then there's 16 others. Well, let's say 8 of those 16 got an okay quarterback, and then 8 teams just suck at quarterback.
Steelers being one, Saints being the other.
But here's the thing. Write it down, take a picture. Will Howard will start for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. If that's what
And-
we're doing, okay.
And then on top of all that, how dare Pittsburgh let a scrub, a terrible person such as Aaron Rodgers determine their draft?
Because that's who the Steelers are right now.
And that's the problem.
They've gone from a franchise that's respected no matter who you are to what the hell are you doing? So
Yo,
okay,
man.
all right.
I mean, some quarterbacks, maybe. Aaron Rodgers? We waiting on Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, we're waiting on a 41-year-old quarterback.
Yeah, what the
Yes, this is Pittsburgh doing this. Now
Yo,
it made
man.
sense when the Jets was doing it, but Pittsburgh,
Yeah, because the
Okay.
Jets was sorry.
at least, I mean,
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's a playoff team. They're in the playoffs. last
Pittsburgh
year.
needs a quarterback.
Yes, absolutely. Mason, they had to call Mason Rudolph back.
I mean, they had to call Mason Rudolph because it sucks. Well, not kind of. Sorry. Once again, Mason Rudolph will start 2 or 3 games if they don't sign Rodgers. And then on top of all that, Minnesota traded for Sam, the dude from Seattle, who used to be
Oh,
with
Sam Howell
Washington.
was
Yeah,
y'all's old quarterback.
yeah. Which basically said, Aaron Rodgers, you ain't coming here.
Yeah,
So
because I halfway believe he was using the Steelers as leverage for the
Yeah.
Vikings job.
and man, Pittsburgh should have just drafted Shador and said, sorry, Rodgers, you can fucking retire.
They had him at 21, bro. They had him at 21.
They had him like 3 times.
Yeah, they did.
They
I was
didn't
just
have a
talking about the first
second
round.
pick. Yeah, they didn't have a second round pick. And they had I don't think they had a 3rd round pick, but they had a 4th round pick. And they didn't pick him.
Okay, well,
So
he is definitely motivated.
I hope the Steelers lose all their games this year. But they're not my team, so I don't give a fuck. I did see a lot of Steelers fans on TikTok upset.
Well, I don't know, man. Like I said, now we're talking about too much.
Yeah.
But it happened. It is what it is. I just wanted to say my piece about it because I thought it was ridiculous.
Cool.
But you know,
All right. So let's get into the question of the day. Question of the day. So, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody who listens to the show, older, younger, whatever. But this time, we decided we wanted to give something back to the younger generation because we just need to give you some info. We're gonna help you out because I'm old. You know, AG, he whatever he classifies as is.
oh, I'm older than you, so that makes me old.
Yeah, I mean, we just low. But let me stress, we are lowercase OLD.
How, man, it's all old, bro.
Nah, man.
Once you get the ARP in the mail, it's over. Come on, man.
First of all, when I got AARP, bro, I was low key like happy.
I was too. 5 for 45. I'm all up in there.
You got 5 years for 45?
Yeah.
Bitch.
You didn't get the. It was in
I
the
got
mail.
I got 1 year for 16.
Bruh, you missed it.
I got robbed.
You weren't paying attention
Damn it.
because they sent it to everybody that's old.
I got it when I was 49, bro.
Hey, you missed it, man.
God
5
damn
for
it.
45, baby. I signed us up.
shit. Well, that's my day. Fuck that. But so If Moby was here, he's not old. He's
No.
young. He's young.
But he's on his way.
He is on his way.
He's on
Shout out to
he's on the
Moby.
precipice.
Shout out to Moby. So, question of the day, very simple. Name 3 life rules that you follow that can help those who come after you. AG.
Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Being yourself unapologetically out of context will be harmful to everybody around you. Because nowadays people love to be themselves. It's like, this is me, deal with it, all the things that people say. Well, that's okay to a degree, because we all have to have room to be who we are, because we're different. But the runway for that is short. Because what that does after a while of you saying, I'm me, and you just deal with whatever, eventually you become dangerous to people around you and yourself, because you are flawed to begin with. And saying stuff like that helps it shields you from improving as a person. And then you wonder why you ain't got shit. Being better matters. Being self-aware enough to say, I suck, matters. And saying, this part of me needs to change. Now, I don't know where the motivation is coming from. I don't know any of that. But I know it needs to happen. If you live by that rule, you will do well in life. If you don't, you'll always blame somebody or something else for your shortcomings. And your life will never mirror any level of success. It will never mirror any level of success. You have to be able to improve. So, number 2, don't ask if you're not going to do. And what that means is, if you continually ask people to do things for you, and then the one time they need you to do something for them, you don't come through, and then you mad because they don't call you, that goes back to the first thing I said, and that means that you're a danger to you and everyone around you. Because this person has come through for you and shown up for you every time you ask, help me do this. Do you have any money? Blah, 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 this and that, whatever. A lot of times it's our parents that show up for us the most. Even at our age, our parents will still help us if they're still alive and they have the means, and they will do that. But if your mama asks you to do something and you're like, mama ain't got time, she had time to give you $5,000 when your broke ass didn't have it. She had time to cook a meal when you were too sick to do it for yourself, and she had to travel 2 hours to get to you to do it. But you didn't have time for her when she needed you, because you out here in these streets, and whatever you're doing is more important. Which again sounds like the first thing I said. Unapologetically yourself is not good. So again, if you are not willing to do for people to the same level you're willing to ask, then again, your life will see no success. Eventually you will burn yourself to the ground, and no one will even piss on you to help you. So understand that. And the last thing is, understand how to handle the response. And what I mean by that is, if you one of these people out here being honest, and you like to weaponize honest so you can be mean, and then somebody clap back at you, or they want to throw these hands because you said something that was foul and unnecessary, and you want to retaliate in any way, as opposed to saying, hey, I said some foul shit that I felt needed to be said, and I got punched in the face. It is what it is. I can respect that person. But the person that comes back and tries to retaliate and stirs up a whole bunch of foolishness and keeps the cycle going because they got their feelings hurt, meanwhile they're hurting everybody else's feelings just because they couldn't handle the response? Really? Or if life gives you a lemon and you can't make lemonade because you can't handle the response, or you can't say, hey, lesson learned, I'm gonna keep it moving, and get better again, that improvement, concept again, that improvement theme again. If you're a MAGA, like Saquon out here, you know, seemingly fetching and stepping with Trump, right? He can't be mad that people don't like him no more. But if he comes out angry, like Gayle King,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, you wait a minute, you're mad because people saw you schmoozing with Trump and you don't understand why they will be disappointed in you. And then to make it worse, and this is me too. You make it worse by being partnered, your life partner is a white woman. Come on, bruh. Look at the optics. But if he comes back and say, hey, man, I understand exactly why people are upset. I'm not mad at him. I don't rock with Trump like that, but I understand what the optics said. Or, hey, I rock that way, and I just got found out. Me and Patrick Mahomes friends now. I can respect those two people. But to be angry? Bruh. No, that's not what we're doing. So being able to handle the response and keep it moving or get better and or both. If you aren't good at that skill, your life will show no success. Not the kind of success that can stand, bad weather, because you're built on a house of cards. You're built on a house of cards. Again, your life will start to burn and crumble around you, and people won't piss on you to help you, because you become a person that's self-involved in a endless emotional pit, because it's all about you. So all those three things are actually saying the same thing. It's not always about you. If you're not succeeding in a part of your life, it's probably your fault. If you're continually failing 9 times out of 10, I mean, when I say not one instance, I'm saying you continually fail the same way every time, I guarantee you it's your fault. Fix it. Respond. But if you don't learn how to respond when it's not going your way, yeah, you suck. So those are my 3.
All right. Woo. AG with the flamethrower.
Hey man, got to do it. Because when you said that up there, when you put the question up there, I was like, okay.
All right. So my 3 things, a little bit more simpler than AG's. It's not really going too deep of thought. But the first thing is, hey man, get yourself a crew of anywhere around 5 to 10 people that you ride with till the wheels fall off. Anything more than 10 people is too much. However, if you don't have at least 5 people, then you don't have enough opinions. Because, like, you got your boy, like for me, I got my fam, got my boys, whatever. But like last week, as we talked about, everybody don't know everything about you. Now, some people like get 2, 3, or 4 people in your small circle. The reason why I say no to that is because you need to make sure that you don't got a whole bunch of yes people. Because your friends aren't really your friends unless they tell you the absolute truth, regardless if it's good, bad, happy, or sad. I know that I got about 8 people that I could call anytime and be like, so what do you think? And they will be like either A, shit's awesome, B, and then what's your problem? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to get people to give it to you straight. And yes, people ain't it. Number 2, everything is not a 5-alarm fire. Yo, man, blah, blah, blah. Does it affect the price of tea in China? If it does not, it's not a 5-alarm fire. Now, if you get a call and it says some crazy chick is scratching up your car, that is a 5-alarm fire. And hopefully you got a girl in your crew so you don't got to put hands on them. You let them do that because we go to jail.
I agree. We do go to jail. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut across you.
No,
We
you
go to
good.
jail.
You good. But I'm just saying, like, everything is not the most important thing at that time. Sometimes it's just what's happening. We don't need to flip out at every little thing that happens. So that's something that I had to learn as a young buck. And number 3, you'll never hear enough of this. Take care of your money. Let me repeat that one more time. 5 letters. Take care of yo, not your, money.
Actually, could you say it one more time with your whole chest for the people in the back? Your whole chest. There you go.
Take care of your money. Whether you work at McDonald's, you work on Wall Street, you got your own business, you peddling on the sidewalk, I don't give a damn. Because when you my age, when you AG's age, it's about, I want to retire soon. Do I have enough money? For me, that's a no. Partially because I'm a workaholic and I like nice shit. But
So do you need to talk to yourself?
save your shit. No. But seriously, you take care of your money. You can have the finer things that you want to have and still be grounded. Now, hey man, if you want to go out there and buy the $20,000 Jesus piece, cool. But when your ass broke and you selling it for $1,000, yeah. So I'm saying, take care of your money, whether you believe in banks or not, whether you believe in the stock market or not. I don't give a F what you believe in. If it's underneath your bed, if it's in the shed, if it's in the ground because you buried that shit, whatever. Take care of your money. You do those 3 things, you can be all right. So I picked this question because I wanted to educate. Because we do a lot of talking and we do some educating. But I think sometimes we don't do the proper education, or we educate a certain way. And with this, I want us to educate a different way. What do you think, AG?
Actually, you know what? I'm surprised that I didn't come up with the money part. But yeah, you because it's like at this point in my life, in 11 years, I want to be able to walk away from whatever.
Yep.
And when I was 20, I couldn't imagine being here, but here I am. So it's just like there are things I could have done when I was younger that would have cost me a lot less pain. But by now, I could walk away now.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't do that. So yeah, taking care of your money is important. And I'm sorry that in the general community, this is not even the Black community. I don't even think white kids on average, I don't think they grow up with, the pressure and expectations of taking care of your money by and large. I'm sure there are families out there, but I don't think in America in particular, because I live here, that we spend a lot of time with our youth in impressing on them to not be American, because we are so, like being a consumer is so ingrained in our culture, and it doesn't matter where you are or who you are. So it's hard to teach a kid, no, you really don't want them J's right now. If you save the $300 you're going to pay for them J's, or maybe $1,000 you're going to pay for those J's, and you do that every year, you can buy the J's when you're 40 and not have to get up and go to work. But it's a hard sell because in this country, consumption is king. I mean, you're not married yet, but when you do, how many Amazon packages you get in a week? You know what I'm saying? Or if you're a dude out there that hey, I need this or I need that. Do you really need it though? And if you can keep yourself on the straight and narrow from 20 to 50, you don't have to think about those things anymore, and you don't have to go to work to try to figure it out. But it's a hard sell. So yeah, take care of your money. That matters, and I'm glad you said it, because if I had to teach a youngster anything, and my wife's grandkid, he's the cutest thing ever. Love that kid. As he gets older, these are the things I'm going to tell him, and it's going to be a hard sell. And in fact, I'm going to have to do it for him. And it's going to be like, look, bruh, I'm going to show you some numbers that don't mean anything to you right now. Because there's going to be a girl, there's going to be a pair of shoes, there's going to be a go-kart, there's going to be whatever it is, because I was you. And you don't believe I was you, because you believe I came out my mom like 5'5", 250 and old. That's what you believe. And I understand that. But I'm telling you, this is what you can do if you put away $1,200 a year. By the time your friends are, hitting their stride in their working life, your working life could be completed. But it's a hard sell when you're 12.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can give him the $1,200 a year and build some sort of trust that will mature in 35 years. But at some point, he's going to have to do it himself. It's not, man, I'm telling you, when you get $1,200 back in your taxes or whatever you're getting, do you really want to do something boring like that? Nah, man. Because you think you got all the time in the world. And it's not as sexy. It's whatever it is that you want.
Yeah.
So that was really important that you said what you said. And it was a glaring, not mistake, but, omission on my part, because I should have said that. So, yeah, that was a big deal.
Well, I mean, because, we've talked in the past about just generational wealth. And there are a whole lot of people in this world, in this country, who don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you live in a place that you're paying somebody else to live. And when I say, like, for instance, if all you know is this 3-bedroom apartment that you lived in from when you were born till you turned 50, like, generational wealth is not something you know what it is. But you still living a great life and all that stuff. And don't get it twisted, there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like that, the want for more comes from either you completely not having it, or you had it, or somebody has it, or your parents have it, and you want to be like them. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So it's like, yeah. And like we talked about, if anything really ever happened to anybody, granddaddy's house, we got a place to go.
Yeah.
Hey, get your shit together. You can live here, keep the grass cut, keep the house clean, pay the power bill, get your shit together. And you got a year.
Is that the rule? I didn't know there was a rule.
I didn't think there was a rule. But I mean,
I know our people. You can be there a year.
Yeah, I know our people. So like, yeah, they're not gonna let you move in and shit. Not forever. They ain't gonna make you pay no rent, but they're gonna be like, all right, when we come visit your ass, this house better be good to go.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, cut the grass and shit. Like, take care of it. But yeah, man. And I can honestly say for myself, the money thing has been something that I've learned the hard way. And I hope nobody else has to learn the hard way.
They will. Don't worry about it.
But it taught me a lot. So Wow, man. What's on your mind, AG?
Saquon.
I didn't know he was down with Trump like that.
Me neither. And I'm hoping it's fake. But as of now, my wife is the hound dog, and she finds it. And she let me know right before we started the show, and I was so disappointed.
I mean,
And
did
look,
he
man.
say something or
Huh?
did he say something in an interview or something?
No, it was he was hanging out with them because the Eagles are due to be there tomorrow, I think, for their
Oh.
Super Bowl visit. And we all know how Jalen Hurts feel.
I don't even think
silence.
he's going, right?
Huh?
I don't think he's even going.
He might not, because somebody asked him if he was going to go, and he said nothing and walked away. So we all know where that guy stands. And so it's like, I'm not really mad at the Eagles, like per player, because this is an organizational thing.
Yeah.
This is an NFL thing, and I get that. But to a man, when I see you on Air Force One, on Marine One, at a get together with Make America Great Again hats all around, it's like, bro. And there's a part of me that, feels a little bad by saying anything about this at all, because he's entitled to his opinion. But honestly, I'm disappointed. I mean, again, everybody knows that, I lean right, but I'm not right. I'm just not. I'm not the shit that's going on. And I want to make that clear to everybody. And I'm sure that, people will find out, and they don't know the information. They're not going to, sit around and listen to 300 shows almost. But I'm telling you, you can lean right and still have compassion and still understand that people need help and people are different. And if you have it, then you have a responsibility to give some of it to help someone else, even if that person's station never changes. Compassion. They're still people. You can't dismantle a whole country because you don't like a group of people. You can't do it. Well, this was an honorable mention to me on the list. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yep.
And that is the difference. You can vilify people on welfare while you're the one that's the major recipient and all the things that people do when they're in charge. You can whitewash it if you want to. You can do all of those things. But just because you lean right doesn't mean you agree with the shit that's going on. And for my Black people, we have a particular position with all of this, because all of this stuff was constructed to destroy us, literally and figuratively. I mean, Ruben mentioned, generational wealth, and it's like the way the system is built, we could barely buy houses, because that's, for most people, that's where it starts. And it's just like, bruh, and you out here like shucking and jiving with this dude. You are allowed to do anything you'd like. And if I was a soldier, I would fight for your right to do that. However, that's where the line is drawn. Because I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I'm not disappointed in anybody that does this. And certainly I'm not, and actually Candace Owens too. It's just like, don't sit up here and lie to me. I know who you are. Be who you are. At least I can respect your choice. Y'all need to be real, man. This matters. This matters to Black and brown people, especially, to women, especially. Y'all need to wake the fuck up. This is not playtime. They're coming for you. The executive orders that get knocked down that you can't even keep up with, man, they are coming for us. So, yeah, Saquon, I'm glad you got your ring, because, I feel like the Giants did you foul, and they tried to do you wrong. They tried their darndest to do you wrong. And I'm glad that you got that get back. But what I just saw, I am more than disappointed. I'm like, bro, I feel like I lost a friend. But you are welcome to believe and exercise whatever mechanisms per your beliefs. But I am disappointed. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not. So that's what's on my mind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. What's on my mind? It's something we haven't really talked enough about. We've mentioned it here and there, but somehow yesterday it popped in my mind and I couldn't get it out. DEI. I'm not going to take a 5-hour soliloquy. I just want to talk very briefly about it. So, DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. You know, and just to make sure I get it right, I actually pulled it up. So I want to read very briefly exactly what it means. Diversity, recognize and value the wide range of individual differences such as race, ethnicity, gender, ability, disability, sexual orientation, and other beliefs or affiliations. Equity, ensuring fairness in treatment and access to opportunities, research, and information for all, addressing systemic barriers that hinder some individuals from thriving. And inclusion, creating a culture where everyone feels welcome, respected, and able to contribute and participate fully. So, there's your definition. Nowhere in there did I say for black people. Nowhere in there did I say for women. Nowhere in there did I say for non-Americans. That's the actual definition of DEI. Now, if you want to spin it to basically say, well, you know, black people use it so they can take our jobs. Okay. But when you say that, make sure you include black people, women, non-Americans, you know, different sexual orientations. I need you to like say all of it. Because sometimes I think that people get stuck at one. Like some might say, well, so all the gay people can get special treatment, or all the women can get special treatment, or all the black people can get special treatment. What it's doing is basically leveling the playing field for everyone. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I've only been on this planet for like 52 years. And when I came out, it wasn't a level playing field. Right now, it still isn't a level playing field. And it wasn't a level playing field even if, you know, excuse me, or even when DEI was here. So, you want to get rid of DEI. Why do you want to get rid of DEI? Is it because you feel like some of those people don't deserve the jobs they got? Or some of those people should not have gotten it over me? Or you just feel like one set of people are more, what's the word I want to use? Capable of doing certain things. However, how you feel, we keep forgetting things. We keep forgetting, such as peanut butter was created by a black man. We keep forgetting that the reason why we can go into space is because of black women. The reason why a whole bunch of other things are done is because of women. The reason why the world is what it is because we have all come together to do certain things to make our lives better, regardless of what color we are, what gender we choose to carry, where we come from, all of that. You know, I think one of the biggest movies, and it's because it's a movie, The Martian. If that movie doesn't talk about DEI without saying DEI, I don't know what's up. So we're gonna break it down real quick, then we're gonna go home. The captain of the crew, woman. The driver, or the pilot of the spaceship, wasn't black or white. The chief, one of the computer person, woman. You know, yeah. The only reason why they got the man back is because of the Chinese. The man in charge of the Ares 4 mission was black. Like, it's all over the place. Yes, maybe the person in charge of all of it was white, but as you go through the movie, he understands things, but then he doesn't understand things. But it's how people work together. 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, getting rid of DEI doesn't mean that you're going to get that job that you felt like you should have got. It just really means that it's very possible that we can have some people who are not supposed to have those jobs get those jobs. Maybe we'll not become a better society or a better planet or just better people. You worry about the wrong shit. Oh, you're going to take DI out of schools so you won't give them their funding. Last time I checked, AG, we already have an educational problem in this country. So now you want to threaten to take money from possibly the one space that could help us, as some people call it, beat China.
Oh, by the way, and that money would always come from the poorest.
Yeah. Because we've already had some school systems like say no to removing DEI.
Go Harvard.
We've had some. I'm sorry.
Go Harvard.
Yeah, I'm talking about cities.
Yeah, I
Norfolk.
heard about that too. Yeah,
Norfolk
Texas
said,
is
"Nah,
like-
player." Virginia Beach said, "Yeah, we're gonna end DEI," and Virginia Beach people spoke out, and they're unhappy. Look, man, I'll say that shit. He's not being a president. He is literally trying to destabilize the company, the country, excuse me. Destabilize the country. Hey, man. I think people see that. Hell, I think Washington sees it. But you got some people who are just scared. Because, as they say, they want to be on the right side of history. But history's created to those who win. Those who win make history. They make what history is. I mean, these tariffs are working out great. I mean, all those people who lost their jobs, a lot of them are getting it back because our judicial system is like, the fuck you mean you just fired people for no due process? We just kicking people out the country. Now, once again, if these people we kicking out did some dirty shit, but you're not gonna tell me all those people did some dirty shit, and they're trying to fight the judicial branch. Don't you think if they could prove whatever allegations they have, they would just bring it back and do it? Why? Because they're a bunch of liars. I don't give two damns. Because last time I checked, a lot of those people who were deported, they pay taxes. A lot of those people help the economy. A lot of those people had jobs and businesses. And hey, they love the United States more than people who were born here. It's a shame. It's a travesty. And all y'all money hungry, piece of shit, racist people in Washington should be ashamed of yourselves. Because 10 years ago, y'all was still getting fat, making money, and everything was cool. Now, you're still making money, you're still getting fat, and everything's not cool. What the hell? Everybody was cool with you making money and getting fat, but now you put your lives in the hands of an idiot. Nope, I take it back. He is not an idiot. He is a very intelligent person because he fooled half of America that he truly is the greatest businessman that ever stepped foot in the United States.
Truth.
I mean, thank you for letting me know. No lies detected. The man starts a business and goes to bankruptcy. He has more failed businesses than I've been alive. The years I've been alive. I mean, what president makes money while he's a president? Last time I checked, I thought there were rules against that. My bad, 8th grade civics. Maybe I ain't paying enough attention. So, I said all that, and I'm going to say this. How much longer are you going to sit and deal with someone making your life harder? I'm not saying that the other side was better. I'm not saying that the other side was doing something. But this dude stood up, told everyone exactly what he was going to do. And a lot of people were just like, man, he's just joking. It's bullshit. Miss me with that. He told you what he was going to do. The only thing he didn't tell you what he's going to do is that, what's it called? That 2025 book?
Yeah, he wouldn't cop to that.
He wouldn't cop to that.
But that's the playbook, though. That is the playbook.
But that's exactly what he's doing.
He hired a guy just for that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, hey guys, ladies and gentlemen, open your eyes, see what's around you. I will be honest though, I paid $1.60 for milk today, a half a carton of milk. Apparently the cows are cool because milk didn't go up. Now I paid $5 for a dozen of eggs. It went down like 20 cents, but I remember when shit used to be at like $1.25 for a carton of eggs. That's all I'm saying. I mean, gas is going down, which is already scary. Everybody's like, oh, gas is happy, it's going down. Nah, man. I'd rather my gas be $3.20 and my eggs be $1.20. I don't. Tariffs. Yeah. Anybody who likes tariffs is a fucking idiot. Because, hey, guess what? All y'all motherfuckers who get shit from Timo, that shit used to be cheap. When that shit was 25 cents and it goes up to $1.25. Man, Timo expensive. Yeah, because y'all dumbasses allowing him to do tariffs. Enough of my soapbox. Look, people, pay attention. Keep your eyes open. And if you don't worry about yourselves, worry about your kids. Because right now, this shit looks like it's leading to a police state. And I don't know about y'all. I could go get a gun. But I won't. So, with that being said, thank you for listening to a new episode of 5 Minute Warning tonight. As of course, we are here every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right where you're listening to us now. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on Instagram. You can check us out on, a whole bunch of stuff. Twitch, YouTube, boom, boom, boom. We everywhere, baby. Tell a friend, tell an enemy. Just tell someone about us. Once again, we will see you again next, I repeat, next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.